All right, Bengals at the Vikings with Jake Browning for Cincinnati, and Carson Wentz, first quarterback in NFL history who will start for 6 different years with 6 different teams. Eagles, Colts, Commanders, Rams, Chiefs, and now the Vikings, the team he grew up rooting for. And as long as I said this earlier, as long as he doesn't throw left-handed from his own end zone, maybe there's a chance. The Vikings are favored by 3 with an over-under of 41.5. Jordan Mason now steps into the starting running back role with Aaron Jones hurt, which I think is actually a good thing for the Vikings in a game like this. So the battle of Browning versus Wentz, who do you have?
Gosh, this is a tight one. It is. Carson Wentz, how well does he know the offense, right? There's that aspect. You look on the other side and you just go, okay, Jake Browning's been there. He's got some weapons at his disposal. I feel like the Vikings have missed Jordan Addison so far, and we've seen that lack of big-time explosive passing plays there. Carson Wentz has played a lot of ball, though. I do think he fits in this offense. And I guess my big thing here is, Cincinnati's defense, I'm not sure what to think of it yet. I'm really not. I don't think it's all that special. I don't, to where I think Minnesota's going to be able to move the ball. And then I look on the other side of the ball, and I'm just going to bet on Flores and the Vikings putting out a better effort than what they did last week. They got run on badly in the game against Atlanta. I just can't imagine Flores letting that happen. Also, Cincinnati, they've shown no ability to really run the ball at a high rate either. So with that makes me feel like it'll become a Jake Browning passing game. And I think when you got to throw the ball a ton against Minnesota, that's going to be an issue. I'm going to ride the fact of Kevin O'Connell, Flores, everybody here a little desperate, pissed off after the way they played on Sunday night. I think they're going to win this one. Tight one. I'm going to just go 20-19 Vikings.
Okay, so you have the Bengals covering.
Yeah.
And, I had 23-20. Then I saw the spread, and I went 23-21. I was tempted to go 24-20. I'll stick with 23-21. That was my original number. I can see the Bengals performing well because they have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah.
But the big difference for me, Jake Browning has started 7 games. Carson Wentz has started 94 games. Carson Wentz has played a lot of football. And Carson Wentz, I think the combination of the incredibly stupid moments that don't happen constantly, but all it takes is one a month.
Yeah.
Or one every 2 months to make a guy have a diminished reputation. He's got that bad teammate thing that's been dogging him since Philadelphia, and he kind of admitted it when the reports came out. He kind of said, I need to do better. And I just think that he fell out of favor for a combination of reasons that obscure the fact that he can play at a high level.
Right.
That this guy was the number 2 overall pick for a reason. He wasn't accidentally the MVP candidate, leading candidate in his second season before he tore an ACL in December. It wasn't a fluke. It was real. He was spectacular.
Right.
So he's still young as quarterbacks go, and I think Kevin O'Connell can coach him away from doing dumb shit. And you combine the running game, you throw in that emotional edge that he's going to have playing for the team that he grew up rooting for. 23-21. I'm tempted to give the Vikings the cover, but I'm going to stick with
I had the same problem. I picked the Vikings 20-17 and then saw the spread, and I gave the Bengals 2 extra points and threaded the needle that way, right? So I fell into the same issue, and I was tempted as well, but I'm going to go Bengals keep it close. Yo, homies, it's time to watch some games. That's right. We're on to the NFL season here with Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, Sunday night recaps after every game, and much, much more.
Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies. Remember, subscribe. Peace out.